to another episode of Coffee and Contemplation with Susan Dunlop. I am Susan. If you have not been here before, thank you for stopping by. And if you've been here for previous episodes, welcome back. This next series of episodes are what I used to call interludes when I first had little spaces between having guests on the show. I'm sharing some of the lessons that helped me most through some of the hardest times of my life. I am in that space at the end of midlife, as they would call it, the definition being 45 to 55. As a woman, as a mother, as a business owner, as a leader in all areas of my life, and as someone who's come from a background that was has some dysfunction in it, I have chosen consciously to seek ways to become a better or truer version of myself as I've just stepped through each decade of life. So the next 7 episodes are mini. They're 3 minutes to maybe 7 minutes, I think, is the maximum. In a way, they're sort of me sharing my story of where I chose lightness. It includes things like all the 3 vital questions, which is important to me now. That evolved from me seeking support when I was looking at healing from childhood trauma. I came across the drama triangle back when I was 40, and it resonated strongly with me for how families operate when they've come from that way of being as I had been through my childhood. So the 3 vital questions is something that you can apply to your business, to your team, to yourself, to your personal relationships. It's also something that I'm really keen to take out to adult survivors of childhood abuse, because we can keep on staying in the same patterns of drama unless someone points out to us that there's a newer way. So that's my mission this coming year, is to try and get that out to adult survivor groups, as well as into teams of healthcare organisations, small businesses. It's interesting, people say they don't have drama until they see this work. And then when they do see this work, they can just see the drama absolutely sprinkled everywhere throughout their lives. It's quite enlightening work, and it can't hurt. It can only do good. The other things that I've got on this little series is the 3 mandates of leadership. They're 3 sentences that I had on my wall for years at my business of RNS nursing, and they helped me through some of the hardest times. And some small times where people were trying to just throw something, a little hand grenade into my office to get my attention. They just steady your path. And interestingly, they almost interlink with the 3 vital questions now that I've come into that space. I also have included the ultimate vision. I am a vision-inspired coach, so understanding why it's important to have an ultimate vision, not just something simple that's just a purpose statement, but this is something that's really juicy to pull out of yourself in a time when you might need to steady your path to keep on going towards what you really, really, really want in life or in business. But when your physical energy or emotional energy is petering out, this ultimate vision is about that. So I've included it there because I walked around with my ultimate vision as a 2-page A4 document for years. And even now I've got my yellow folder with my vision sitting on my desk right beside me to keep reminding me of what it was that was most important to me, so that I can keep taking a step towards it. What else have I got? I've covered midlife. When I first started my coaching course, I had to do a research paper on would coaching be suited to women transitioning midlife. At that stage, I think the reason I chose it was because I was going through midlife, and I found it interesting. What I did find, though, was extraordinary. There was like 10 major transitions a woman goes through, usually all together, sometimes just one, sometimes a few. I would imagine at least a few, if for nearly every woman, through that stage of 45 to 55. And when menopause is there at the same time. It was extraordinary learning, so I've included that there for you to have a little ponder on. It makes you feel less nutty, is all I could say. When you actually can see a list of some of the symptoms, and you can see a list of all these things happening, and you're trying to navigate just running a business, going to work, as well as all of these things, you're actually more like a superhero. I have also included the 2 kinds of business planning I do. My business plans are always thought-provoking, I would call it. They're inspiring, they're thought-provoking, and they're really something that will just draw you along towards where you're going, rather than making it hard to make what you want in life and business work. For an entrepreneur, the small business planning I do incorporates parts of you that are really important to bring to the table, because as an entrepreneur, you have to bring more than just your business mind to the table. You have to look after yourself and take care of yourself right through that journey. And that's hard when you just keep on going until you actually crack open a door somewhere. I did do the 8 areas of wealth, which is a beautiful take on, the typical 8 areas of life, which a lot of coaches would call, your wheel of life. This one actually has got more depth to it. I've shared that as a richer look when you're wanting to reconnect with who you are. So have a look at that. I also found a lesson I'd forgotten about, but it was called Don't Sell the Boat. So if you are struggling with a business and you're trying to work out how to promote it, this was a really simple lesson that sticks. So I think you'll enjoy that. They are all short clips. Meander through them. Some of them might mean something to you, some don't. I would love to have your feedback on any of them. They're also available on my YouTube channel and as articles on my website. You can subscribe to my website as well. There is a newsletter being formulated that touches on really important issues in life and in relation to the 3 buckets of me, which is the coaching and training, the podcast and where I'm taking that, and also the book that's coming closer to publication. That will all be covered in the newsletter for months to come. I don't want the introduction to be longer than all the episodes altogether, so I will leave you with it. Please do not hesitate to reach out if you'd like to discuss any of the topics any further. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you enjoy. Goodbye for now.